Welcome back, everybody, here to the most serious live stream when it comes to Dota 2.
Very serious.
Yeah, I am Toby1.
I am Wagamo.
And we bring you Dota 2 action. Because Dota 2 is a very serious game. Because it's a team game. And team game means you must be serious when you play with your teammates.
There's a lot of money on the line as well.
It is.
Better be serious.
Yeah. Some people think it's $3.8 million, but some people are wrong.
Unless you find a haste rune, then you gotta go fast.
Fast to what? $3.8 million?
Yes.
Compendiums go on
that
speed.
fast. That fast, Toby.
Yes. Well, you know what we should do?
No.
I know what we should do. You know what we should do last time. I'm going to actually copy what you said we should do last
Can't
time.
know every time.
Well, I think you should, man. I really think you should. You're supposed to be my rock. My,
Let's go cast Dota.
Okay, that's a great plan. But in we go.
You tired, Toby?
It's the last game of the night, peoples. It's the last game of the night.
Not even tired.
And we come back here in actually, so people, if you've got to stop watching right next to you, set your alarm for 11 hours and 30 minutes from now. Because in 11 hours and 30 minutes from now, we'll have DK versus Zenith.
Yeah.
And that should be, well, we're going to have ourselves
My
a great
recommendation
time.
is not sleeping and just staying up.
My recommendation is to definitely sleep. Because if you don't sleep, you'll end up like us.
Yes.
And that's a place where maybe some of you want to go. Like it's a fun place, believe me, but it definitely has its YouTube moments.
So
Some of which are probably gonna haunt you for life.
So Alliance starting up with first pick in this game, and they gotta go for Furion. Bulldog, you got a hero.
So we haven't seen anything but a lone druid.
No, he played a bounty hunter one game.
That's true.
In the last game.
Last
actually.
game, yeah, bounty hunter. So
5
okay,
minutes ago.
three heroes. Our first.
He had a horrible start though, 1, 3, and 0. But then it kind of worked out for him.
His first weapon is surprise. Surprise and fear. His two weapons are surprise, fear, and absolute ruthlessness. 3 weapons. 3 weapons.
And we see Alchemist being picked up without being combined with the Darks here. What is this blasphemy?
It makes no sense.
It's the first time we see it? No, it's not.
No,
But
it's happened before. But you got Alchemist and Visage anyway.
It's still pretty damn good.
Yes. You don't want to pass up the Visage. Pretty sure Alliance, if they don't pick it themselves, they're going to ban it out anyway. And we have to remember, too, going into this next set of bans and picks, that the first pick, it does come back to Rattlesnake right now. So S4 will be banning it out anyway. And if Darkseer slips to the next 2, then you're all good to go. And in fact, Rubik is like, okay, well, we're going to take the wonderful Rubik. We keep with the boys in green, both Rubik as well as Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, they're obviously going by colors here.
And also age, like you obviously got like an aged Nature's Prophet. And Rubik, well, underneath that body is actually a horribly disfigured old man that's older than Ezreal.
Is it a guy from Family Guy?
5 seconds remaining.
Toby's losing his shit now. So
Don't give me that kind of stuff, man, at this time in the morning. So sorry.
okay. So confirmed for guy from Family Guy.
Get the size of my stuff.
At any rate, we're heading into the second ban stage.
Why does he have a mask on? That's just... Shut up.
5 seconds
Yeah, second man
remaining.
stage. Nyx Assassin being removed out right now.
Yes, obviously a
People-
very strong hero along with the Visage. Got that
Alliances
burst
turn to
damage.
ban.
Toby is not having a hard time keeping a straight face right now.
I have a perfect time keeping a straight face. I just find it hilarious that the chat thinks I do both drugs as well as alcohol. Alcohol at times, but haven't actually consumed any for actually a couple
10
of weeks
seconds
now.
remaining.
And drugs, never in my life. Haven't touched the stuff. I'm too
5
scared about what happens
seconds
when I do,
remaining.
when it actually reacts with the normal chemicals inside my body. It would be scary. So I never do it.
Reserve time.
And you shouldn't do drugs anyway, kids.
Good.
And don't always stay in school. You don't always have to stay in school.
Well handled, Toby.
Follow your heart, man. Follow your heart.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. So we see, despite the Furion being picked, they actually ban out the Lone Druid as well. So they're really scared of Bulldog playing 2 heroes.
No. It can go multiple ways, because we've seen S4 also take Nature's Prophet in solo mid. Admiral Bulldog, he could take Prophet, but it could also be Loader. Loader has taken up the lone Druid role multiple times as well. It's kind of been this, wait, why is Loader playing his kind of like question mark kind of thing? So it's still possible.
It's definitely still possible.
It could be Prophet also support. We haven't seen him. Actually, I think it's been months since we've seen Prophet go a straight jungle.
Yeah. As for
Very
support, I think it's quite unlikely to happen, Toby. But
yeah.
as for
'Cause
straight
most of the time
jungle,
it's been like this abandoning the hard lane. and
people
coming
just
in.
like messing with the hard lane now and blocking off the pull spawn, because then the enemy supporters will have a harder time. It messes up a little bit with the wave, and that way maybe the enemy carry gets a little bit less farm. You definitely get less being on the off lane as a Fury than you get from being in a jungle, unless your enemy is really bad. But it's the fact that you mess with your enemy more than what you gain. Like your Midas is gonna be later, your boots and your Shadow Blade, all of that is gonna be delayed.
Yep.
But it's worth it in the end.
Want to give it a little bit of a special stat out
Special stat.
that was given to us during the break.
Yes.
So for people who were tuning in for the last game, the question that came out was that the fastest game in the International? And the answer we had was Liquid Force, a 16-minute GG versus Orange.
Ah, yes.
And he thinks that's actually the second fastest, so the absolute fastest. This, of course, comes from our stats man. We had a really awesome stats man for the start of our day, and then K-Poptosis, who will be the official stats man as well. I don't know if you noticed, but that's the stats which have been appearing in the live stream so far are from the official stats man of the International 3. He is set up at the Valve offices right now with a rig, so he can do his stat manning.
That's good.
Do we call it a stat manning?
I guess.
Like Ryan doesn't like being called the stat man. He likes being called the fact man.
Yes.
Because there's always only one stat man.
Yeah, but it's not Bruno.
No, Bruno's busy. Like Bruno
He's
this time
Statman
around.
Bruno, but he's busy now. He's got, he's got shit going.
He's
so.
Pimp Man Bruno.
Yes.
I think we should change his name to Pimp Man Bruno.
Actually, it's fashion.
Yes!
Fashion trend.
Yes!
And finally, Toby
Yes!
in the last game gets the coddle that he's been crying for the entire damn day.
Oh man! Finally!
So you have to excuse him screaming like a
Finally.
little girl, but he's
You're
happy now.
Screaming like a little girl. I'm screaming like a grown man.
Okay.
Speaking as your elder,
Yes.
remember, respect your
Like,
elders,
like
man.
an old little girl.
Finally, Ezreal.
10
We've been
seconds
asking for him
remaining.
for so damn long. He would have worked so well with so many different lanes. And now we get Prophet, Coddle, and a Rubik in the lineup. So we get
Reserve time.
really strong possibilities for the top lane aggression. And this is the reason why I like this most, especially on a team like Alliance, is because it gives Loda freedom to do whatever the crap he wants to. And that hero actually was one of the ones I was wondering. Actually, no, of course, we've already got a Nature's Prophet. If it was Admiral Bulldog, not already with a hero, I would have said put Windrunner, Coddle, Rubik, top lane, and just kill everything you can possibly find. But now, maybe a little bit more skeptical about what they want to choose.
Yeah, for sure.
And no, don't say PL, people. Don't say PL. I like Coddle. I like him as a friend, but I don't like it
10
when he has another friend like
seconds
PL.
remaining.
when you said that coddle will give Loda,
5
I was just
seconds
thinking mana.
remaining.
Give me mana. I was like,
That's
what
o-
is he gonna
that's-
give?
See, that's okay if it's someone like a CK who has a low mana pool. If it's like a Skeleton King who has like a low mana pool, like that'll be okay. I'm fine with that.
Give me mana.
I asked for it.
What the?
I asked for it. I
Chakra
seriously asked
magic.
for it. The last game of our day, it will be the Cancel Answer. For people who don't know the Cancel Answer, he is called the Cancel Answer because basically he just keeps coming back. You think you get rid of him, and then there's another one of him, and then another one of him, and another one of him, and he's been nicknamed by the entire community as the Cancel
5
Answer
seconds remaining.
because Coddle keeps giving him mana so he can keep spamming out the Lancers. That is the problem of
Reserve
him.
time.
And probably there's not gonna be any chemocopter as well. Because they already have Alchemist and Weaver, so problematic. But Alchemist, to be honest, one of the best heroes against PL.
They could run support Windrunner.
Alliances
They could.
turn to
And then
end.
they could throw like support Windrunner Visage as well as Gyro on the bottom lane up against the PL. Would actually be a nice aggressive lane down there.
Could be, but it's always risky going aggressive lane against the PL, Caudle, Rubik, and a Furion.
Yeah, point.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
Just
I feel
no one likes to walk
if-
into Illuminates.
if you get to trade free farm and you get some early farm going on your Alchemist, then he can actually be one of those heroes that has an early timing window where you have your Assault Cuirass and Heart, or even different item build if you want to go for something else. and doesn't care too much about the PL. To be perfectly honest, and that is if you trade free farm for free farm, then around the 25-minute, 30-minute mark, then Alchemist is really brutally strong.
Rattlesnake's turn to pick.
But we'll see how it plays out.
Someone actually made a really good point that SF's also still in the pool here. Like with this kind of lineup, like I'm already feeling actually from Alliance that'll work nicely. Just go past the SF, give him some mana, and just keep on spamming at everything he's got. And there comes your DPS. Your right-click DPS beyond that of just this PL never-ending momentum.
It would be, again, a lineup with one stun, but we've seen that a lot of times during this group stage, so I guess maybe people don't care too much about stuns.
It's fine.
It's fine, of course.
Rubik can still windrunner Shackle, and then you just go for it.
And I know it's in theory 2 stuns. You have the mana leak. It can actually stun people.
No,
but
we don't class Mana Leak as a real stun,
it's
man.
a stun.
It's not okay. It's not a solid stun. First time we actually cast Clockwork. He's been banned only once today on this live stream,
True.
and now he manages
First
to
pickup.
and that does mean that Windrunner is going to go into a support role here. Either that or Alchemist. Either way.
Or Clockwork. It can be done.
It's true.
It's not even bad.
Oh, I agree with you. But normally you're trying to find better synergy with it. Like if
Yeah.
you're trying to push somebody out with the cogs, that's going to be okay. But you're going
10
up against
seconds
like
remaining.
you can't go like a long lane with the Clockwork. And if you want to go a
5 seconds
defensive on the top
remaining.
lane, Prophet will just abandon the top lane.
I want to also mention that you can, if you want to, dual lane the
Reserve
Windrunner
time.
and Clockwork. It's a pretty strong dual lane, but against what Alliance are running, I don't think that dual lane off lane is going to be strong. Because
That
there's
means
the
you have to
PL
put like a
Caudal,
Weaver in the middle lane or something like that.
yeah, or Alchemist mid and Weaver top, but in this game, I don't think so. And Kabu is a support player, picks up the Clockwork. So I see, of course, their offlane player is going to be playing the Windrunner, Luo, carry player on Alchemist, no news there. And that kind of leaves Weaver for mid against S4 on Storm. I think that S4 should really dominate that lane.
Yes, he should actually.
It's-
Because even if Weaver wants to dive on that, your static remnant's still going to do the damage to you.
Exactly, and Weaver has very low max HP, so it's hard for him to dive. And the last hit of Storm is quite good. Of course, Weaver doesn't have a bad last hit, but I just have a hard time seeing how Storm will lose to Weaver mid. He will
10
easily get his
seconds
bottle up,
remaining.
and from that point, it should be very fine.
5 seconds.
But Lanham
remaining.
is Lanham. He's an experienced player.
Oh.
Been to TI before.
Still going to be a very, very hard ask to win a lineup against S4 in a lineup which normally you'd probably say won't be as successful.
For
Maybe
battle.
they won't have lanes as we expect, though.
Well,
Because this
Lanham's
item
already
build is not for solo mid, I would say.
No, that's a long
6
lane.
tangos and protection. This is definitely long lane. So.
That's a long lane solo almost.
Y-
I kind of feel
yes.
like, okay, it's not going to be solo.
Well.
We've already got Sarg heading down towards the bottom lane as the Visage, and Icy as well. He's built for support. Like, he's actually, yeah, he's built for support. Kabu's going to go solo mid with the Clockwork. He's built for a bottle rush,
Oh, so
and
it-
leaves Luo on that top lane with a couple of extra consumables of his own, all purchased by himself, actually. And he'll be heading up towards that top lane to try and farm up there.
Yeah, even though we say that Kabu is one of the support players, but these guys, they switch around a little bit and make sure that the guys play whatever they feel the most confident about. And I saw that as well in previous
30
month when they were
seconds to
playing,
battle.
that sometimes we would even see Luo playing something like on a mid role. But throughout this group stage, he has been playing carry every single game. That's at least a solid role for them.
It almost kind of feels like we're watching, what was it, Flipside. When you for at least a period of 3 months, you couldn't work out who was actually even on what role.
Oh yeah.
They would never do because they always want to mix up and just play the heroes that they felt comfortable with.
The battle
Right now, though,
begins.
Alliance are probably going to be counting their very lucky stars of what they're facing down here in the bottom lane. They've got to be really, really happy with this. Like, they're getting mortared up right now, but they know that their power on this long lane is also very, very strong.
Yeah.
But they've got to get that pull advantage to start with. They need to have some kind of control over what these support heroes do on the bottom lane.
for sure, for sure.
And they throw down sentries, observers to block pull points. That last observer ward was spotted. And they saw that last observer ward go down. But they've even blocked this pull spot on 2 sides.
Yeah. And that can sometimes be tricky, because you deward one of them, and then you think like, okay, it should spawn next mid, and then you realize it don't, and then you have to think, did they body block it, or did I just not deward all the different wards? So can sometimes make for a longer block period.
It's going to be an interesting competition on top lane. Nature's Prophet managed to get a decent pull. Well, hello, Carbu, and as well as S4. This is, well, who was supposed to win this middle lane up? Well, that was meant to be Weaver versus Storm Spirit, but Carbu locked him in range of the tower and did a lot of damage to S4. He's going to have to use that salve already.
Clockwork is amazingly strong for a mid laner, and you can't really
Oh,
just use your salve.
Sorry, I thought for a moment Loda was just a little bit slow on the rundown, but that line was almost perfect for the Shackle, because that's what Icy has leveled up here. He leveled up Shackle beyond leveling up Power Shot. EGM's trying to deward.
There's so much blocks going on. Like, they're blocking everything in the jungle here. Alliance supporters must be pretty annoyed with this.
And you see the secondary sentry ward that just went down there from RattleSnake that actually blocks the camp as well.
Yeah.
So it's a double block of a camp. But then you throw it out the sentry ward, which now sees it as well, which is on the other side and watching the bottom river. Espino's got a really good CS from this mid lane. Even though Carbu's burning off a lot of his life points and dropping him down very, very... Oh, wait, land him. I don't want to miss first blood again. I've only missed one so far. I mean, that's not going to happen again.
And top lane, actually, Admiral Bulldog is finding a lot of farm up here. He has more farm than Alchemist, to be honest, because he has more creeps to kill off, and he's just 2 CS behind, 1 CS behind now, and he has 5 creeps standing right on his front door here, so he has denied more from the Alchemist than the other way around.
I see. Who's he? He's got a very interesting build. That Illuminate's going to hit on both the supports, but it's only level 1. So Shaka and Illuminate just keep spamming it out. But look at Icy's build. He's gone Windrun plus Shackle. There's no power shot. He's not trying to combine up here with Sarg with like Grave Chill and Soul Assumption to get all that burst damage out. It's almost though all they're doing is setting up enough that the Weaver is able to get kills.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Ooh. Waiting for Loda. Here we go. Telekinesis pickup. It's just over on Icy. I think it's EGM just saying, well, I have 120 mana to spare because he's got 350 mana pool. And again, this Illuminate. This is where you start to get really frustrated as a support hero. Because this Radiant have an Observer ward, which looks perfectly at where Rattlesnake is. So the supports can't hang around this little region here and then harass through the tree line. It's just not working right, because it's already very visible. Like, RK, he's already prepping another blast, and that one's going to hit on Icy. Pick him up, throw him back, a little bit extra right clicks. They bring Dust to this bottom lane too, so they want to kill up this PL, but the PL's not their issue. Their issue is actually the Rubik as well as the Coddle. They're the ones that are controlling this bottom lane. It's not Loda. They're making space for Loda. He's only got 11 for 3 on this bottom lane, to the 18 for 6 up on Lanham.
And we now see S4 running in. He's going to get it. Actually, it will be denied by the Windrunner. The haste rune on bottom, running and... Oh, does she get it?
Yeah, she does.
And she should. And Clockwork actually chasing with boots. So this might be a kill.
Yeah, he holds there. The Shackle, the line was perfect. The tree was perfect. And Visage.
Yeah, he says hi and kill secures.
Kill secured, man. Killed secured. First blood goes to Rattlesnake. And welcome back to the lane. They cop an Illuminate to the face. And Lanham, well, he wanted to dive in a little bit deeper too, but he's also copped a lot of damage. But killing off that Storm is a big blow right now to Alliance.
Look at Bulldog's CS on top lane and how much he can put pressure on this Alchemist now. He played this offlane perfectly, this game. So far, it's just really, really well done.
Alchemist actually changed his build around. He went 3 points up in that acid spray instead of just keeping up with the greed.
Yeah, he can't really go for greed only against this Furion. I think he would have needed a stun, to be honest, but yeah. That's his choice.
Is that Dire Observer Ward now seeing that deep? No, it's not. So the movement back there from Rattlesnake was very much in preparation for an Illuminate coming out. I'm watching this battle going back and forth. Clockwork. He's back at base. Okay. Time. Icy. At least now he's got himself a nice Shackle. EGM, he's in a line to get hit from that too. But now missing it. The Illuminate will hit on Icy as well. But only him.
And EGM has the best inventory ever.
Raw? Hell yeah. EGM naked,
Naked Dota.
wearing nothing but his hood.
Yes.
It's called the Dota 2 TI3 calendar. He's the August pinup.
Oh,
Shackle.
they try to go, but they only get the illusion.
It's a fake one. They find the real one after they pop the dust. Clockwork's taking a very, very long time to come. Oh, that's the reason why. He was at a gank on bottom lane. And because of that, he just gave so much time. S4 is going to pick up the DD rune, and he's 34 for 9, rotating up towards the top lane where there's no ward because we're at the 6-minute mark, so all the normal wards are gone down now. And
Yeah,
Kabu
they
only
already
just returns down.
Already knew that the wards were bottom with all this warding that they had. And killing this Alchemist, if he doesn't get to pop his ulti, it's very easy, but I don't know. I don't think S4 should stay up for this kill because Bulldog already doing such a good job at controlling the lane now.
Yeah. He's already moving back now. Just chilling back towards that middle lane. Interesting. 5.6%. It's amazing where these stats come from. It's like they just read a chronicle. Shackle won't latch here. EGM, he turns around with a telekinesis as well as the Fade Bolt. He did the burst damage, which will allow Loda
Oh,
to finish up the
Ake,
kill.
like a man.
He's going to get this bug off him.
Is he gonna blast and get him?
Hopefully he should. Yeah, the pings are coming out saying do it, and now he's already prepping
Oh,
it.
it's a good blast, I think.
If Lanham goes down south, he went down south.
Was a really nice blast. And meanwhile, mid lane, they also got a kill.
S4 with DD picks up Clockwork.
Yep.
If he had a tango, then he would have jumped through that tree and gone out the rear. But instead, he felt like he had to loop around behind Loda
Yeah, the Weaver.
to get out. And because that, he walked directly into the Illuminate. That's just frustration. And now we have Loda, who's 1-0-1. Even Prophet, he's 1-0-3. He's got 3 assists just from being on that top lane. Nothing like a Prophet ultimate to help out.
Yeah, it's the best spell. Teamfight participation, man.
S4 has picked up the full bottle charges, but haste rune. Clockwork was looking at it too, and Clockwork, he doesn't have ulti off cooldown. Storm Spirit just jumps straight in. The Illuminate, a little bit off target.
Just barely misses else. He would try and commit for that kill.
Yeah,
Not possible now.
only if it connected though.
Yep.
It's actually a 2-level Illuminate.
Yeah, but it's already high damage on 2 levels.
It's enough points up in Chakra to keep PL running.
2 levels in Illuminate is as much damage as most normal nukes in Dota. Most nukes, normal spells, have 300 damage. And that's actually the damage of a level 2 Coddle Blast.
See Lanham going to go for his Weaver build again. We talked about this during the wildcard matchup against Quantic, but going to go with the Urn as well as his Tranquil Boots. So it's multiple ways of getting this life back again. And he wants to come in through the rear and harass. He's got perfect vision because the Dire Observer ward behind the tower. But at the same time, Alliance can see them perfectly because the ward was on the other side of the tree line again.
But Icy also played Weaver during the wildcard as well. So I don't know if it was...
Yeah, if it was Lanham or it was him?
I think that Lanham played it when he bought the Urn. And I think that Icy didn't have the Urn when he played it.
He went for the Lincoln
Icy
Sphere.
was the one just rushing Lincoln Sphere in the game where he pretty much didn't need a Lincoln Sphere anyway. Because the enemy had... It was the game where Quantic drafted really bad in the last game. No disable at all against the Storm and the Weaver. So a sad game for them. So they have 2 different guys playing on the Weaver. Shifting around a little bit. It's Micro by Admiral Bulldog, letting his treant die to Goblin Screed.
You can't save him all, man.
Well,
And wait, he used nah.
the Grievous Screed is really something to look out for. You don't want to feed summons to that.
Only
It's
if,
a lot of gold.
only if you're losing like 5 million broodlings. Then you're in a little bit more trouble.
Yeah, but
It's amazing how little spam we've seen from Loader on this bottom lane. Oh, wow, Lanham. He probably wishes right now he had a level 6. Loader's going to keep on going. Finding ISC, getting his illusions in front of him so he can body block him up. Now, also with the Windrun, throws out the Lance. Nice shackle onto EGM, but Windrun has already gone down, and Clockwork latches in. He'll get the kill now onto the Rubik. Is there going to be more? Admiral Bulldog, Storm comes in, throws out the Invis detection with the dust. And the Cogs are splitting it up. Admiral Bulldog into the corner. He wants to sprout and try and keep himself away from Luo. Now he'll be successful. Lanham's in the corner, so we can't catch him out.
And a little bit of cooldown for Furion's TP, but now he's gonna get out just fine. And also an interesting thing when Bulldog plays Furion, he always seems to go for 3 levels on Nature's Call, but then maxing out the teleportation, so he has that shorter cooldown. And that's just something that most Furions don't do when I look at them, and he seems to do it every single time.
Wants to be everywhere, man. So S4 just managed to kill off Alchemist with a DD rune.
DD Rune Storm is so dangerous.
He was sitting up on this ledge, so Alchemist couldn't even reach him. And then attacked him from up there. So even if Alchemist... well, Alchemist could have denied himself to his own concoction. That would have been possible. But didn't happen.
Did not happen. And I just see a ridiculous amount of farm on this Furion right now. Face Boots, Midas, 1600 gold at 11 minutes 40 seconds. He's gonna have like 14-minute Shadow Blade along with this, and that's really ridiculously fast.
Mm-hmm. But I see he's
Already
already...
he bought a magic one now, so he's not rushing it.
Concoction. No follow-up. It's too deep. And they saw the extra TP coming in, which actually got cancelled.
Yeah, I believe it was S4 cancelling his TP.
Was it S4 on the way in? Yeah. It's either S4 or EGM, and I assume S4 because EGM can't afford a TP scroll right now.
Yeah, he's too poor.
He just bought boots, man. Storm Spirit jumping up. He's looking for Kabu. Prophet's TPing in. Takes the high ground and the Prophet ultimate. They hold him in position with the trees, and there goes the Prophet ulti. Bounces through. It's 3-0-3 now for Admiral Bulldog. He can afford a magic wand because he's pulling in the money from everywhere.
And gonna try and get this tower mid, which should go down really easy.
Yep.
S4 almost claiming it on its own here.
Well, RattleSnake didn't have enough counter push.
Bulldog just coming in and securing the tower. And Miss Glyph actually.
Just a little
After
bit
the tower
late.
falls. Yeah, and now pushes bottom without Glyph ready, so. Just a little bit of mistake, doesn't matter too much though.
Might almost be worth it for rotations to the bottom lane so they can take the tier 1. Instead of just relying on the PL to do his thing.
Yeah, they would do that. Glyph or no Glyph though, so.
Actually, Arcade's rotating up. They're going into the dire jungle. Arcade's just
But
keeping
they
S4's
walk by a
mana
ward.
high.
That
Yep.
is 20 seconds fresh ward.
They're also coming up here with no wards themselves. It's very unusual for Arcade
for
to
a
do that.
Keeper of the Light, yeah, this is like how you might play if you're a smoked Chen, but if you're a Caudal, then this is a little bit weird.
It's like S4 starting up into an Orchid, so he's already got his first Oblivion Stamp, so not going to go Bloodstone on that Storm. He said he wants the silence.
He does.
That's a good thing to have too. When you see Lanham go this build, like Orchid is the best thing you can get, because he's not going to have a Lincoln Sphere that's going to trigger it and stop it.
Radiant's top tower
So he
is
just
under
jumps in,
attack.
Orchid's up,
And
and then can get the
Yeah.
pull in and do all the rest of the jazz.
also the same for when you jump on an Alchemist, you can click your Orchid in the jump, and that will Orchid him as soon as you have the range, and that will be normally before anyone has time to react, at least if it's a level 2+ on Storm Jump. Level 1 jump is really slow, so then maybe you can react.
We got movement to the top, regeneration rune on S4. You could jump the entire length of the map and still have mana to spare.
Yeah, of course, having to jump a little bit at the time though, but regen, one of the best runes.
Obviously not a full mana pool to justify the entire jump across the map, but in he comes
he
middle
jumps
lane,
mid.
and he's going to try and jump onto Lanham. He's took the regeneration rune up his sleeve, and Lanham maybe thinks he can
Oh,
fight
he's
this
got
one, but
killed.
he cannot fight that.
Lanham, big misplay there, just showing in front of a Storm like that.
Admiral Bulldog sprouts up. Shackle will hold him there, and the Cogs push him down a little bit further. Stick charges. Admiral Bulldog, he's not escaping from that. And the Cogs kept S4 away. He TP'd up here, but didn't get the full regeneration rune.
And his Midas is off cooldown.
Dire's bottom tower is
Suck
under
it, Bulldog. 30 seconds of none. And actually, nice catch here by Storm.
He managed to find one. If he
Yeah.
can finish him off, he gets the Arcus, but he's shackled up. He's going to lose his own life. That's a big spree to give over to a Visage.
It is for sure.
However, Lanham on the bottom lane now. Time lapse is your friend. Time lapse is definitely there's your friend. And he's looking to chase down deeper. They're trying to get rid of also these bugs. EGM down a -5 on the armor, and they pop off the dust because they see Lanham quite clearly. Rocket, Clockwork, no ulti, so we can't latch him to EGM, but EGM, he stays around to land a Fade Bolt. The Illuminate, it managed to get a nice little bit of a nick, and Admiral Bulldog ensures it. Clockwork, where's his rocket? 1 second, and where's EGM? Kabu?
Not even trying.
He could have had a guess.
Could have, but he
gets a
denies
deny.
the tower
Bottom
instead.
tower
Very
has
nice.
been denied.
Around all those illusions of BL. Props. Where's the rocket?
He's got to check the bottom rune now.
Where's the rocket? Do the rocket, Kabu.
He thought he TP'd to base.
Really?
He has no idea.
Dyer's
Ah.
bottom
Else he
tower
would have
is under
tried.
attack.
I would have thrown the rocket directly towards the base then. Gotta hunt, man. Gotta hunt. Oh, hello. We just lost Waga. So Waga can replace his cells. I think I'm also on the edge too. It's been now, well, what are we on? 13 hours? 13 hours and haven't changed the batteries. S4, Shackle, nicely done by Ice. Kabu right behind him. And he's going to hook shot in, holding S4 there as long as they possibly can. And the concoction will manage to hit. And with the Soul Assumption Rocket, they finish him. I think S4 really thought he was away on that one. He really thought he was home and hosed. But Rattlesnake, keep up with him.
That is good pickoff.
Now he's realizing what I want. Before my microphone dies out as well.
Yes.
Yeah. But to hold down a Storm, to actually get that kill. That's the second time now Storm's died in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, and Alchemist going for this build is really interesting, by the way. Going into Battle Fury, I feel that if you can't have a Battle Fury much sooner than this, and if you're not maxing out your Goblin Screed, going into a Shadow Blade is much better for you, because he could be everywhere on the map, just finding kills along with the Clockwork, trying to get pickoffs. Weaver is also a really good hero for aggressive play, but going for this really farm-intense build is a little bit too greedy, maybe. He's gonna
Top
try
lane.
to kill Bulldog,
Yep. And Bulldog has 4 staff
And
up,
there's a
so he's
hook,
a little bit further
but
away.
he's blocking it. Look at his block.
Storm's going to come in. Now it's S4 is going to block it. Hook goes down to the creep wave, not the hero itself. And Alchemist's already dead. The Prophet Sprout and Hokabu in position. And now there's a steal. It's EGM picking him up, throwing him down. He's got his own cogs if he wants to kill off Kabu, but just a normal right click here from EGM. A board time for Bulldog to actually TP himself away right now. And now they're also going to pick up the rest of the familiars and maybe even Lanham. They need sentries or dust or something. Shackle flies in. Admiral Bulldog says hello. And Icy, he's locked out to power shot, but the trees are blocking him in position. And now Icy dragged back and brought down. There's more support coming in. EGM did die at the back end of the play just there, but Admiral Bulldog forced up away, and they bring in help. RK, he brings in Loader with the recall, and they pick up the Weaver, and now pick up the Visage. And there's only one person left alive on the map right now, and that's Luo, who is not even present. He's back in the middle lane farming up. They'll lose the tier 1 tower top.
That's true. And the only reason he's back is because he died earlier on, isn't it? I believe he died.
Top tower has fallen.
I believe he got picked first of everyone
Dyer's
as they
bottom
chased
tower
in.
is under
Yes,
attack.
yes, you're correct. That's actually a team wipe.
So that was a team wipe. And did they get anyone at all for that? I think that Alliance...
EGM. They took out the Rubik,
yeah.
was the only one they managed to pick up for it.
That's true. So I got something, but that's not enough. You want more.
Especially when now there's going to be an Orchid up. You definitely wanted at least S4 so we didn't have this done.
Yeah, and PL has 3.3k gold, so could buy the diffuser if he wants to. Can also, of course, finish up something like a Vladimir, so go into diffuse or go into Manta style. He has the options open for him. Or even go into something like Heart or Radiance. Everything is pretty much open for his choice.
Storm, long jump up, finds Lanham. There's your Orchid already going to work before the Illuminate even connects. Suppose there is a small advantage going the way of Alliances, allowing them to do such maneuvers.
A little bit.
It's also the item build. Like, this Orchid was always going to come before even the Lincoln Spear would finish up for Rattlesnake, and that's going to be Visage. Very low on life. Shackle lit on EGM, and he's already throwing the Soul Assumption off. S4, he's going to buy some time
Tower is
to
under
actually regenerate. Where is Clockwork latching?
I think that he missed.
I am assuming so too, because he hasn't hit anybody. S4, maybe is he hoping for a regeneration rune? It's an illusion on the top. Loaded, by the way, is taking out the tower on the top lane, but he just got called down. RK with the rest of his, with the end of his ultimate. I'll say the end of it. With the banner in his ultimate. Pulls in Loader, which means in straight in the Weaver again. The Orchid going to work. The Lance plus the initial burst damage of the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, and the diffusal, of course, being finished up as well. So, a lot of damage.
And they'll just keep going, man.
Another Orchid, 2 Orchids finished up now.
And Admiral Bulldog, where's he going to go?
This is crazy fun for Furion, by the way. But
and
he did win
GG.
that.
21-minute GG will be called, and rightly so.
Yeah,
Rightly
there's no
so.
way to win this.
Rattlesnake Aurelius. Of course, they instantly chased the gold. He couldn't get the kill in time. Oh, poor man. Poor man. But that's the end of today. That is the end of today. We wrap up today completely. Waga. A wonderful 13 hours of Dota.
That was very nice, yeah.
Yeah. And tomorrow, another possible 12 or 13 hours of Dota. So make sure you stay tuned, peoples. We'll be back here at 18 CEST. So the countdown will actually be on the clock in just a moment up on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah, or you can check out live, joindota.com, the live and upcoming tab over there. It gives you the countdown as well as all the live streamers for who's doing what. YouTube.com/joindota is where all the VODs from today will be uploaded, including Epi, who was doing another series of matches. He was casting in German because there was already English casters, so he's like, yeah, there's enough German casters. So he was casting in German for today. So if you do speak German, not understand German, you'll have some German VODs for the other games as well. So hopefully you enjoyed today. Also, big shout out to K-Poptosis, who joined us as our stats man for the end of this matchup, and also for our wonderful guy, Solari, who was joining us for the first couple of matches today as well. So wonderful time all round.
Yeah.
Waga.
Lots of fun, really good games for the first day, I would say.
Mm-hmm. And of course, tomorrow, DK versus Zenith, man.
Yeah.
DK versus Zenith.
That's going to be really good as well.
Yeah, that is just one of those games which I don't think anyone will really want to miss. I know there's a lot of great games coming tomorrow. In fact, all these games from the international are games you won't want to miss. Like even, I was like, oh, maybe I want to miss a Team Liquid game. And I'm like finding out Team Liquid is destroying people. I'm like, hell yeah, go Team Liquid. USA fighting.
The way I look at it, you don't want to miss any game of TI, but if you can't watch everything at once, like we who are casting, for example, we save that. And we're going to watch that in the downtime.
Yeah.
Or after TI.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
That's it.
We're going to go sleep. Rebroadcast, if you've just woken up. If you missed any of the games from today and you don't want to check it out on YouTube, I'll be kicking up the rebroadcast shortly. We won't get through the entire rebroadcast before we start up with our next day.
There's no way.
Because it was just too freaking long. So there'll be
longer than half a day.
Basically, we'll be cutting off the Rattlesnake versus Alliance game at the end of the rebroadcast. Either way, tune in tomorrow for that one, or you can stay tuned for the rebroadcast if you want to watch it and keep the live stream chat going. Until then, thanks for watching, peoples, and we'll see you next time. Also, coming up, we'll end with Long Live the International, a fun clip from TI2.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. See you later, guys.